Call the committee of the whole back to order. Item number 13.1, CAO report. Anyone going to read that?
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Chair. There's a summary included of some of the activities that we've gotten up to in the last couple of weeks in this report. Some of these are pretty self-evident. Some of them you've already received separate communications on. Paving work is continuing forward this week. A couple of small patches that are continuing, I think, on Thursday and Friday. The Goon project is moving forward. We're looking forward to that tour with council next week. Is that next week?
If I may pause you for one moment,
yeah.
Mr. Malkinson, I do believe we need a seconder to receive this report. Seconded by Councilor Whittle.
Thank you. Continued application for strategic priorities fund. Both the drafts have been prepped and they're just in final review prior to submission. There's a bit of a conversation. We did receive a couple of requests for traffic signs to be placed in the village, and that begged the question for me, how do we manage this here? And did a bit of a deep dive. There's some uniform traffic control standards that are issued by the province of BC that routinely municipal staff seem to have basically just a compliance obligation to. As far as exercising village discretion, I might put some pen to paper in the next couple of weeks and just say, okay, this is where the responsibility lies, this is where the discretion is. We review signage every 2 years, so if we do get requests, we'll refer to that review that we conduct instead of being ad hoc. It's nice to be reactive, but just want to we'll confirm that approach as time goes on.
Would it be appropriate to potentially review the signage? Because our current one says signs can't smell.
Oh, that's distinct. So that the signage bylaw is for private or commercial signage, or small signs in residential areas. Okay. I'm referring to municipal traffic devices. So where do school zones go? What are the rules and regulations of the siting and placement? School zones, etc. Speed bumps and stuff like that. So there are provincial standards that are set, but some questions that have been run up to me just make me interested in trying to clarify how we generally manage those things. So
I apologize.
No, not at all.
Question there.
Yes, I don't even think I delineated.
Speaking of signage, how come they didn't put anything down on railway and then after they dug the road out? It's kind of hard on my dreams. You come around there at night. There's no signage anywhere.
Is this carbon?
Up on railway, yeah. When it's already paved now. I mean, it's already
pylon there.
No, there was no pylon. I live right there.
Somebody's
on 48.
Pylons this morning. After it's paved.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, no, there was nothing for like a week.
My apologies on that.
Oh, no worries. That was my complaint. Somebody else complained to me too. Asked me if I was buying the rims.
Yeah.
Did you write yourself an email?
I did.
I was calling the trader the other day and I forgot I was ripped up. The trader bounced pretty good.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, there's no worry.
Councilor.
Would that be kind of a jurisdictional thing, because the rail infrastructure versus the village versus who's actually dealing with that road, right?
Yeah, fair question.
Whose jurisdiction it is.
It's probably just in my view that it was left open for a couple of days.
Oh, yeah.
And I think if it would have gotten any longer, maybe we probably should have been done sooner and painted around those to make it a little bit more clear to folks, because we did have the pavers move abruptly to another job last week for a couple of days. Yeah. So that's it's something that we can take a note for next year if we're down for even a day. We should get there.
Yeah, if there's a hole in the road marker.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I like it.
Oh, like it isn't flying past as a bucket with a little red thing on it?
Surprise!
In other news, there was a little bit of UBCM support that Jimmy and I were providing, but I need to give a shout out to Mayor Beach, because she did lion's share in prep on those binders there, so big thanks to her. Tax sale, we're working hard to try to whittle down the remaining property owners with outstanding balances. I think we're getting close. Obviously our hope is that we don't have a tax sale, but again, there's a few stragglers that we're having a challenging time getting in touch with. It seems that there's a little bit of interest interest in, development or doing things with our bylaws, which is kind of nice. Freestanding sign, demo, as I mentioned earlier in the meeting. I think there's a couple building permits that are in progress, which is good, and a few moving permits as well. So it seems like things have been a little active. Again, I can't speak to the trends over time, but it seems like things have been a little active recently, based just in conversations with other staff. We had a couple of dogs on the loose last week. Bylaw did ticket and locate the owner, and working on clarifying communication practices, as I mentioned to you folks via email, just on getting the information out there on how folks can report infractions, and to make sure that we're being the kind of proactive or reactive that we need to be.
Are those the dogs that went to visit the school?
Yeah, they are. A little bit of records management that we were trying to prioritize. Some interesting, really historical studies that we're partnering with the Historical Society to scan in and have developed into a bit of a library for the village. Some really cool old-timey asset management stuff. Yeah, some old water studies from back in the day, even as far back as the 40s. A little bit of capacity and prioritization discussions with staff members still. Working to clarify event permitting in village parks. We've had a member of administration gone for the last couple of weeks. When she gets back, we're going to have a bit of a sit down and say, okay, what kind of interpretation can we get via this bylaw to make sure that we get a sensible permitting process in place. If there isn't permission via the bylaw, obviously coming back to the council, but within the discretion that we have, we just want to make sure we've got a good sensible practice where everybody's on the same page. The example from a couple of weeks ago is bylaw goes down to the park and says to this wedding, hey, where's your permit? And the wedding, of course, was not interested in exclusive access. It was very well event, etc. So it created a little bit of ambiguity between the office, the bylaw officer, and the event the folks that were enjoying the park that day. So just want to make sure everybody's on the same page on that, basically.
Mr. Melton, sorry. So my understanding was, because it had been brought to us by previous staff, that there was a schedule fee now for the park, and that only applied, the permit only applied as if you wanted exclusive access to the park.
Correct.
And I did have a group reach out to me this last week. Did they get a hold of you?
I'm not sure.
This whole group was looking at
them,
permit, yeah. So I directed them back.
That was great. I just signed up on that permit yesterday.
Before we continue, I just want to get Mayor Beach's comment.
Yep.
Yeah, I just really wanted to quickly add, Mr. Malkinson had mentioned the MOUs with the Dawson Creek Society for Community Living. Thank you very much for the kudos, Mr. Malkinson. I'd also like to recognize all the hard work that staff have done as well. Our intern, Mr. Ho, has been working, he's been the one drafting these MOUs and really working with all those parties. So I really just wanted to throw recognition out to him as well. He's been working extremely hard. He's been doing a phenomenal job, and I'm really hoping he's been learning a lot through the whole thing as well. So I just wanted to take a moment to recognize Mr. Ho for all of his hard work in getting the seniors programming up and running.
Mayor, I just want to assure you that he did just receive a firm handshake from the CAO. He's
Good.
wonderful. They're all wonderful. Mr. Malkinson, you can continue.
A couple small things. Continuing to maintain excellent implementation, and I've noticed some of our projects just still trying to create a little bit of pressure and focus on projects. So in partnership with Chad, Blair, myself, and Jimmy, we're hoping to sit down every Friday to just go over the projects that are outstanding and touch base on some of the external help. Tomorrow, for instance, we'll have urban systems just calling in to let us know how things are going, just to make sure that we're doing our part as owners on that project. It's a very, very big spend. We want to make sure that we have our eyes on the ball with that one. The last one is just video is posted this afternoon, so we'll be reviewing applications over the next couple of weeks, and interviewing over the next couple of weeks.
Looking forward to that. You sound like a very busy person right now.
Yeah, it's fun. Thank you. That's all I've got right now.
Wonderful. I do have a comment before we go to 13.2. I don't have it in my package. I'm pretty sure I did have it, but now I don't for some reason. Does anyone have 13.2? You don't have it?
13.2 is the report from the RCMP. Yeah, I did try to get in touch with them, but the staff search was away on vacation last week. So I'll submit it via the regular.
Well, it does say
It does say not received?
presented.
On the
Right
next
above
slide.
13, 3, it says not
Okay.
received.
I'll make the motion to table 13.2. We received the report.
Chair, if I may,
Yes, Mayor.
can we receive 13.3 for discussion? I just have a couple of questions for staff.
Of course, I think we should first table 0.2.
Nothing to table.
There's nothing to table.
Oh,
There's nothing.
well, then I rescind that motion. 13.3, yes. I'll second it. Go ahead, Mayor.
Thank you. So, Mr. Malkinson, I just have two questions. One, was our Public Works Department able to get the wood chipper into the compost and begin working within the yard there?
Through you, Mr. Chair, yes, Your Worship, they were hard at it yesterday, today, and the day before, or Tuesday, Wednesday. I think they're almost close to wrapping up now. It was a bit of a slog for them. Some of that stuff was pretty heavy, so we might have to look at options to do things a little bit more efficiently next year. But yeah, they're basically on the home stretch now on that.
Wonderful news. And then, Mr. Chair, if I may?
Go ahead.
And then my other question, Mr. Malkinson, was regarding the paving. I know that we had budgeted $250,000 for paving for this year, and we were we still able to get a little bit under budget?
Yeah, through you, Mr. Chair. Yes, Your Worship. The contract authorized with Northern Slip Form was, I think, around 183, 181, and the budgeted figure I recall is about 250. So it's we're well under on that.
Okay, and then, apologies, Mr. Chair, may I continue?
Yes. Oh, I was
Okay.
going back to you, Mayor. My apologies on that.
I know as part of our yearly maintenance rounds, we've been looking at our curb stops. I was wondering if it might be in the best interest for infrastructure within the village for staff to maybe see if there's any curb stops that need any additional maintenance or upgrading throughout the village, so that we can take that infrastructure money that was originally budgeted for this year and put it towards more infrastructure projects within the village of Kuskoopie. Do you think that that's something that's feasible for this year? I just kind of wanted to ask, because if so, I'd like to make the recommendation to bring it forward for September 17th.
Mr. Malkinson.
It's something that's certainly been on our radar, Mr. Chair. Blair and the crew have been out trying to locate some curb stops. There's some that are very, very stubborn, that either exist only in,
Some don't exist.
one staff member's head and aren't written down, or some locations just aren't known, or some I think there could be a little bit of work to try to get some of those strikers out of it. Yeah, if council did want to move that, that would really move it, make it inescapably clear to us that we want to get those tied away as quickly as possible.
Absolutely. Councilor Rabble?
The other piece that I'm curious about is the member opposite's inquiry about utilizing these paving money instead of this budget line that was underutilized, which is perfectly fantastic, but utilizing it for infrastructure within the village, so that we're not in some sort of surplus or in some where it just gets eaten by another department. How would that look?
Mr. Malkinson, would that require a budget amendment?
I'm not sure I quite followed. Is the question unspent money being out? Can you restate it?
So can we use this unutilized paving allocated money for other infrastructure projects, or is there already budgetary shortfalls we should attend to, or can we proceed?
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll have to. It would be a fool to answer obviously without the numbers in front of me, so I'll have to, note that motion clarify. But I think there's a possibility that we can this.
Mayor?
So then with that, I would like to make the recommendation that staff look into whether or not we can take these surplus funds that were not used for the paving to look at doing some repairs to our damaged or difficult curb stops to bring forward to the September 17th regular council meeting.
Second that. Discussion? Councilor Rebel?
I guess it's how many curb stops, what's the cost, what's the timeline, really? Right?
We get this much money to play with, we run out, that's it.
Yeah.
That's you. Right, just
Okay.
with money, so if you want to destroy.
Yeah.
We'll work both.
Approaches and see what's possible.
Because I think there was already a projected budgetary shortfall, so that's also what I'm being cognizant.
But I want to say, what a fantastic job the staff have done. How often do you hear of a government agency going in on time and under budget on anything? That's what happened, isn't it?
That's fantastic, yes.
One item.
With what? On time,
It's probably
under
on
budget.
ones, it's probably
You know what, to start.
That should be in the news. Anyways, I will call the question on the curb stops going forward to the regular council meeting on September 17th. All in favor?
Sure.
In favor.
Unanimously carried.
Thank you guys so much.
Oh, that just makes sense. 13.4, would anyone like to do that?
Recommend the council receives the report as information.
Second.
Oh, jeez. To decide, I'm gonna go with Councilor Woodall.
That's just because you don't want to be biased, right?
Oh, I can't read.
Well, good for them, good for the fire department. A lot of good, lots of good stuff going on, lots of training. Oh, sorry, I apologize, sir.
For discussion.
Go ahead. Wonderful to see their training hours, that they've been called out, and good work on that. And that we're supporting our regional area as well.
Any other discussion? I don't have to call the question on that because it's just a report, right? Perfect. Councilor Johnston, what have you been up to?
Well, in the last 3 weeks, I packed up a house actually 2 times.
2 times?
Oh yeah, I put my stuff in storage, then I had to move it in the house. My last museum meeting was canceled because everybody was sick. Don't forget about the Harvest Tea on September 20th, from 2 till 4. That's all I have.
Councilor Rebel?
I'd love to attend the Harvest Tea. It's just, it's always within UBCM, and so I've missed it because I've been attending UBCM in the past. Well, thank you to staff and Mayor Beach for the work on the UBCM binders. Speaking of that, because that's where, I guess now we've got a meeting in between. But they've prepared these lovely binders that are very informative, very helpful to keep us organized when we're down there, because it's quite a busy situation for sure, trying to get everything done, have all the good conversations and advocate for our municipality. Otherwise, I haven't moved forward with specific business in the last week or so since we've had our last meeting. But there's lots of lovely conversations with lovely folks, and things are moving forward in a good direction.
All right. Well,
I
it's
may have
me.
missed something, honestly.
Yeah, I'll start with the thing you missed. I attended the special meeting.
Ah, jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, like, half an hour ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
I even shared part of it. I've been in communication with Mr. Malkinson quite a bit. I do want to apologize to whoever's portfolio is tourism. I forget whose it is. I did receive an email from tourism. They were looking, it's no longer mine, it used to be mine, but it's someone else's now.
Maybe yours still.
Might be mine still, might have been mine. Okay. Anyways, they were looking, they had a photograph of our trestle and they were trying to figure out where it was, and it's going to be put on their social media, so I helped them know that it was our trestle. So I'm quite happy about that. So I might say like Poos Scoopy Trestle, and it'll be in their advertising somewhere, which is good. Legion Schnitzel dinner is on Friday, and
I'm hungry, sorry.
it's gonna be good. And there's something else, I always forget something, and I will pass it off to Councillor Whittle.
I've had a couple people reach out, or had an organization reach out about using the park, so I directed them back to Mr. Melkinson. Had a couple people over this last week or so stop and get some clarification on the Northwinds project. And then I did touch base with the RCMP this afternoon, Staff Sergeant Rob Hughes, and they're busy going 5 different directions. So I'm going to look at meeting up with him here in the future, probably after UBCM. Coming up this next week, I do believe we have myself and Councillor Rabble have a tour with Ovintiv to take a look at some of the oil and gas infrastructure within the piece. And then I believe Council has a tour on the 19th of our lagoon system to go see how that's going and actually see it in person. So looking forward to that.
Councillor Whittle, I have a question. Regarding the Ovintiv tour, were we supposed to like tell them that we're going to be there to go?
We were supposed to notify staff 2 weeks ago.
Okay. So I can go even if I'm available.
I can't recall what the cutoff is, but if you're interested, I can look into it tomorrow.
Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you. And Mayor, what have you been up to? Probably a lot.
Yes, thank you. I've been doing all kinds of different stuff. One of the main things I've been really doing is working quite closely with Mr. Melkinson over the past few weeks, and just really kind of trying to be there to be as supportive for him and our team as I possibly can be. So I've had a lot of really wonderful and productive meetings with Mr. Melkinson over the past couple of weeks. On the 28th of August, we met with some of our local oil and gas partners just to kind of connect about different projects happening around the area. I attended a mayor and chair's emergency management procedures update from the province on September 3rd, just to kind of get the update on the wildfires and then of course those communities in drought. As you are aware, Dawson Creek is of course in stage 3 drought, and so are we here in Poughkeepsie. We had United Way come in on Monday the 8th and come in and learn about our senior services program that we're hopefully going to be starting here in the next 3 weeks. And so Sarah Story, who's also the mayor of Fraser Lake, also works for United Way, and she drove up, and it was so lovely to see her. She got to meet Mr. Malkinson and some of our staff. And then, yeah, I've just really been kind of connecting with Mr. Malkinson and staff members, and just keeping things rolling, getting ready. You know, it's becoming the end of summer, which means we're going to be rolling into budget season pretty soon. So we've already had a few budget discussions. Be prepared, the headache is about to begin. And other than that, just staying busy.
Thank you, Mayor. Going on to any comments on the mayor's report? No?
I gathered that she met with Mr. Melkinson quite a bit this last week.
I would gather the same. Okay, question period. We do not have anyone from the public present to ask any questions, unfortunately. So I will move on to in camera. The recommendation is that council close the meeting to the public pursuant to section 91E of the community charter as the subject matter relates to the acquisition, disposition, or expropriation of land improvements if the council considers that disclosure could reasonably be expected to harm the interests of the municipality or public.
Second.
Seconded by Councillor Whittle.
You can call the question.
Oh yeah, discussion. All in favor?
In favor.
I'll go left the door.
Okay.